What's up, Delaney? My name is Jasmine Owens, and when I was your age, I went to the same school as you. My career is a stunt coach at Texas Women's University. Stunt is a lot like cheerleading mixed with other sports you might know. We use all of the skills like tumbling and stunting that you see cheerleaders do all the time on the sidelines at football games, but also mix it with things that you know from other sports, like basketball. There's 4 different quarters and there's referees and judges. A fun fact about stunt is that I did it when I was in college at Oklahoma State University, and I won 4 D1 national championships, and I have a ring just like this one. So throughout a stunt game, we focus on different details that you normally see cheerleaders do. So one of them is tumbling, another is stunts, and another one is pyramids and baskets. So now you'll see me tumbling across the mat and the basketball court at a football game. So this is similar to some of the tumbling that you would see in a routine. During a normal stunt game, there's 2 teams doing the exact same tumbling and stunts side by side with each other. So my job as a coach is to make sure that my team understands all of the routines and are doing it as good as they possibly can. That way, we can get the point over the other team. So during our practices, what we do is a lot of our stunts over and over and over again, and trying new skills and new tumbling passes that we may not have perfected yet. Because the more you practice, the better you can get. And same thing goes for our pyramids and basket tosses, as well as our partner stunts. Partner stunts are when we come together in groups of 4 to 5 and lift up one girl in the air. So here are some videos of me doing some of my favorite stunts in stunt games. It's pretty cool and a lot of fun to watch. If you want to become any type of college coach whenever you grow up for your career, you're going to need to have a college degree yourself. I got a Bachelor's of Science from Oklahoma State University, and my major was communications. So what that means is I learned a lot about the best ways to communicate with not only people in a business environment, but also my team. But lots of other people that want to be college coaches go into something that has to do with biology or kinesiology, which is the study of the body and its movement. If you think coaching is something you might want to do whenever you grow up, whether it's at a college like me or at a high school or junior high, you are going to want to make sure you're not scared to talk to people. As a coach, you have to not only help your athletes and tell them whenever they're not doing something right or give them tips on how to improve, but you also are going to have to go places and talk with lots of different people. You have to tell people about your program, why your program's great, and how you feel that person or that person's child would be awesome on your team. So being shy probably won't work. Some awesome advantages of being a coach in college or at any level is that you get to be a role model to your kids. They're going to look up to you. They're going to look for guidance from you so that they can help and become the best that they can be. And that doesn't just mean, athletes in their sport, but that also means once athletics are done and they go and get a job in the real world, they're going to take away some of the things that you've taught them in practices and games, like hard work and determination, and take those things away to help them be great at whatever job or whatever they do after they're done in school. Another awesome advantage of being a coach is that you get to meet so many awesome people, especially for me, for a university coach. People come from all over the nation. We even have some athletes that come from other countries all around the world on this campus. So it's very diverse. There's people of all different backgrounds, some that speak different languages, and it's really a cool experience to learn more about people with different backgrounds than you. Another great advantage of being a college coach is travel. So, of course, whenever we play games, we go to different places, to different cities, not just all around Texas, but also in other states like Oklahoma, California, Arizona, Michigan, and many more. I love to travel, so this is an awesome perk that I get to do it for my job. And another one of my favorite advantages of this job is that I get to help my athletes learn brand new skills. So whenever athletes come in, there's a little bit of a difference from what you do in high school and what you do in college when it comes to cheerleading and stunting. So it's really a joy for me to help them understand new skills and new stunts to help make them better cheerleaders whenever they get to college. And there's a couple disadvantages, I would say, but it depends on how you look at it. So one of them is that it takes a lot of hard work to be a coach. Of course, you have to go to all of the practices, but there's also lots of different things you have to do outside of those practices as well to make sure you're successful. And it's a thing that a lot of athletes don't actually think about, but you have to plan out whenever you go on trips. You have to do lots and lots of paperwork, not only for all of your athletes, but for the university or school that you work for. So you have to make sure that you're always staying organized. And another one that at times, just like any job that you do, it's going to be a little bit stressful. But that's no problem. And that's something, those disadvantages are things that I think are still very worth it to be doing a career that I like. If you're interested in maybe becoming a coach at some point in your life, I would suggest studying anatomy and physiology. And whenever you're in college, look into exercise sciences or a kinesiology degree. And of course, if you want to be a coach, you're going to have to find out what sport you love the most, because I'm really passionate about stunt for me. And so that's, of course, why I wanted to be in stunt. So if you want to be a college coach or any type of coach, you're going to want to make sure that you think about and you stay in and learn as much as you can about whatever sport you think you might coach. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about my career. Go Wildcats!